All right, all right. Chosen ones, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to another regularly scheduled episode on Antonicus Motivates. And y'all already know how we do about this time every day, right? About to go ahead and get into another video this morning. Today, it's May 4th, Monday, 2026. Yeah, so, day 33 of the burpees training session right now, about to get into that. First of all, though, I got to run some errands real quick. And, I'm about to move out right now, so go ahead and crank up. Warm up like we always do every morning, man. Get a sip of my energy this morning. Rain sour gummy worm. Yeah, so this morning what I want to talk to you about, Chosen One, to see they had a lot of fun with the evil they did to you. They enjoyed it. They actually celebrated your suffering, your pain. They thought it was funny. They laughed at it. They actually thought it was great. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed seeing you in pain. And they had no feelings at all. Even your fake family. None of them had any feelings about it. They took it like it was a joke. Like you was a joke. Not knowing who you were. Not knowing nothing about you. Not knowing nothing about your assignment, about what the Most High has sent you to do. Now, you're making them all look like a joke because everything they did to you, none of it worked. And, yeah, you had to sit by on the sidelines and all while others flourished out here, and you couldn't do nothing but just like watch from the sidelines as others lived it up, pretty much. Had the comfortable, good life. What seemed to be the good life. But we know none of it is the good life because it ain't nothing but the program, right? All of it's part of the program. So it may look like it was the good life, but we know what the actual good life is, right? We know where the actual good life comes from. It comes from the word, man. And before we roll out, man, I think I'm going to go ahead and say the sayings again this morning. Y'all know I do this every now and then. And I said I would on every now and then on some of the videos, just as a reminder, man. Because we need to remind ourselves every day, Chosen One, of the truth and of what God has for us, not what they tried to give to us. Because what they tried to give to us was BS. And they expected us to accept that and then to pretty much curl up and give up, crawl under a rock somewhere and die. But this is what I have to say right here. I will not fear. I will not faint. My God is with me. Therefore, nothing can defeat me. I am a child of the Most High God, redeemed by the blood of Christ, set free from condemnation and treasured by my Creator. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I speak these verses over my life to the enemy. 100. Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Psalm 37:3-5. I will have the desires of my heart. 1 Corinthians 2:9 tells me no eye has seen, no ear has heard the things the Lord has prepared for those who love him. John 10:10 tells me, what did the devil do? He came to steal, kill, and destroy my life, right? And we know that's what happened because I done told you my story, chosen one. And I'm still living it. But he came to give us life more abundantly. Jeremiah 29:11 tells me there is a hope and a future for me. So I don't care what you got to say, hater. Exodus 23:25 tells me that if I serve the Lord, then what would happen? I'll wait. I would be blessed, right? All right. Psalm 84:11 tells me what would be withheld from me. What? No good thing. No good thing will be withheld from me. Okay? Philippians 4:13 tells me what? What does Philippians 4:13 tell me? It tells me I can do all things through him who strengthens me. All things, not some things, not a few things, not several things, all things, okay? Psalm 132:15 tells me I will have abundance, plenty of provision and food. Psalm 1:3 tells me whatever I do will prosper, whatever I do. Okay? Psalm 55:22 tells me he will sustain me. I will not be shaken. Joel 2:26 tells me I will eat plenty. That's what I will do. 1 John 5:14-15 tells me we know that we're going to have whatever we ask for, man. Proverbs 10:22 tells me the blessings of the Lord, all right? Proverbs 2:6-7 tells me what is in store for the upright. What? What's in store for the upright, hater? Success is in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless. The Lord gives wisdom to the righteous. So I rise in the power of God and nullify every strategy of the enemy. I am protected by the hand of the Lord, and no evil will prevail against me. I am walking into favor today. I carry the seal of heaven. Every step that I take is blessed. I do not beg for breakthrough from none of these clowns around out here. I walk in it. I do not wait for peace. I carry it. I do not chase doors. What do? I unlock doors. I am not who I was. I am who God says I am. My name is rising. My future is secure. My miracles are manifesting. Today is not ordinary. No. See, because today is divine. All right? Let's get it. And all of that applies to all of you as well, chosen one. So all of those things apply to you as well. These are the truths that we know, not the BS. they tried to give us, right? Let's go, man. Go ahead and get my shades on before I get in this bright sun and turn out, because I know it's always shining right there in my face. You got to be on point out here, man. There's traffic. You can't mess around. You got to be able to see properly. All right, so anyway, man, like I was saying before, chosen one, you know, they took pleasure in your pain and your suffering and watching that happen to you. And they stood by and they didn't do nothing. And many of these people were the people who believed the lies that was told about you. And many of these people was your fake family members, your fake co-workers, the people who you did work for, who you bent over backwards for. You did all kinds of good things for them. You know, many of these people, that was the people who took pleasure in watching you suffer. But God saw it all, you know. God saw everything they did to you. And he saw how they left you for dead. After all the good things you did for them, and how they sided with the wicked evil ones against you. Possibly out of fear or whatever it was. Or really it's just because they are just like them. They're no different than any of them. They're all part of the program, like I said before. NPCs, zombies, the walking dead, soulless, no feelings for anyone but themselves. All they ever cared about was themselves. They never cared about you. They never cared about whether you could put food on your table or not. They sent the authorities to come up against you and weaponize the Babylon system against you while you was out there minding your business, doing your job, to harass you. They tried to destroy your business because of licenses and all that stuff. And they didn't care that that interrupted your finances and your income. They didn't care that you was barely scraping by, barely making it. That you was scraping change. They liked that. They enjoyed that. They took pleasure in that. That's what made them feel good. Would you believe it? Pure evil, man. The purest form of evil possible. And there is a price for them to pay for what they did to you. They have not gotten away with nothing. They think they have. Like I said, they rejoiced in what happened to you. But you know all the reasons why all of this happened. It's because he said that if they hated him, they would hate you if you stood for him in this world. And you are not of this world, chosen one. And you can't ever be. You know what happened when you tried to be. You were still not accepted anyway. And they were looking for something or some kind of way to get to you. To do things to you that were evil. To set you up. It was because of your light that you was radiating the whole entire time. Because you were a nice person. You were nice. You were nice to people. You was too nice. You was too nice. In a society of people who are not nice. In a society where they have the saying that nice guys finish last. But you couldn't help that quality about yourself, you know? That's just who you are. That's who he created you to be. You was put here during this time to show his love to the world. But they wasn't nice to you. In return for that love you gave them, they gave you spitefulness, anger, hatefulness, resentment, disrespect, and everything that's deplorable and horrible. Then they thought they could just walk away scot-free like nothing ever happened. Make you out to be a nobody. Nobody would ever know what they did. It would just all be swept under the rug. And you would just be a casualty in the wake of it all. And they just went ahead and took that like, oh well, too bad for him. But you was like, oh hell no. You ain't seen nothing. You think I'm on? I mean, you think you're gonna get away with this? What you did to me? Oh hell no, hell no. See, you don't know my God that I serve. You don't know nothing about him. You got me all messed up. You got me dead wrong out here, man. Hold up one second, chosen one. I had to handle this errand real quick. Mail these envelopes. Anyway, like I was saying, man, they had you dead wrong. And they was dead wrong about you. Many of them are shutting their mouths now. During this season, they don't have a word to say no more. Because you're proving them dead wrong and giving them the shock of their lives. And it's only the beginning. They ain't seen nothing yet. After all they did to you, they think you're just gonna walk away like nothing happened. After you survive the worst things imaginable during the worst times imaginable in all of history? No. And you are not going down without a fight. And like I said before last night in the video I made, all the witches and warlocks who did the spells on you, many of them are going to die now because of what they did to you. Because it didn't work. And you would not accept the gift they tried to give to you. The gift they tried to give to you was your demise. But you wasn't about to accept that. No way. You got way more to do You had to go through all those hardships all by yourself, without no help from no one. But you made it because you're a diamond. The pressure couldn't crush you. They attacked your soul is what they did to you. They attacked your essence of your being. That's how badly they hated you. Because they saw all the qualities inside of you that they abandoned. They thought they was just going to easily stop your purpose by doing what they did to you. But you have purpose, and that's the difference between you and them. They don't have no purpose. Their whole existence is to follow the crowd and everyone else, and to do just like everyone else. That's what their purpose is. And their purpose is to run their mouth about you. Because, like my boy Brian the Spiritual Warrior says, they got a PhD, a player hater degree. That's what it is, man. They don't like your swagger, man. They don't like the way you carry yourself, and it don't have nothing to do with what you got. It's your spirit, man. It's who you are, man. It's who you really are. Not all this fakeness out here, man. That's gonna be here today and gone tomorrow. That's what they hated about you. That's the reason why many of them thought it was funny when what happened to you happened to you. Because they're evil. They're very wicked and evil people, man. It don't make no sense. And it's unimaginable the things they did to you behind your back that you don't even know about. But everything that was done in the dark must come to the light, man. And everyone who was involved in it must be exposed. This is their season to be exposed. You are exposing them just by surviving, just by being your mere existence, just by still being here after everything. Just that alone, just the fact that you still standing, just that alone is so powerful, man, that they couldn't take you out. And not only are you still standing, they couldn't take you out through the worst times humanity has ever faced in the history of all mankind. Not only did you endure all that, stand up through all that, and survive that, but now you leveling up out here. You getting stronger now. About to get in day number 33 of the burpees training session. And they don't know how you doing it. Like I said, you're giving them the shock of their lives now. The same ones who took pleasure in your pain and suffering and rejoiced in that. Celebrated it. Enjoyed it. Probably clinked their glasses together at parties and stuff like that over it. Was ready to dance on your grave. Yeah. It's effed up, man. It's really effed up. But you know their time is coming for all of that, what they did. And there's no escape for them. And also, they got to see you win now. They got to watch you win now. And there ain't nothing they can do about it. There's absolutely nothing they can do about it. But I've reached my location now, chosen one. You know, so I'm about to go ahead and pause the video right there. But yeah, that's what happened, man. I'm just telling you like it is, exactly the way it happened. So when I come back after I get in this session, I'm gonna get my backpack on, and then we're gonna go over all of this again. And I'm gonna continue to break this subject down on how they took pleasure in your pain and suffering. But you survived, you still standing, all right? So I'm gonna catch you right back here in just shortly in a moment. So hold that thought right there and stay tuned, chosen one. I'll be right back. All right, chosen one. So I'm back now. Yeah, back to the video and the topic on everything that happened to you, right? I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened to you. You went through the worst imaginable, in the worst times imaginable. You survived it though, and you're still here. But they took pleasure in all the worst times imaginable that you went through. They took pleasure in your pain and your suffering. Even your fake family members. They weren't sorry for you, and they still aren't. They looked down upon you, and they didn't care. They didn't care about your hardships. Nobody cared. Nobody came to you. As a matter of fact, they probably ghosted you at the times when you needed them the most, when you was going through the worst times of your life. But this is what they do to you, and it's all because it's the little games that they play, thinking that it's all fun and games, thinking it's funny when somebody else is suffering, when somebody else is down and out. It's not till you get back up, you start making accomplishments, and you start doing things for yourself, they actually start to change their tune. Then all of a sudden, they act like they like you or something. But no, it don't work that way. Then all of a sudden, they change their tune in your fake hometown or wherever you was at after they left you for dead, and after they believed all kind of lies on you and tried to make you out to be the bad guy because other people spread your business in the streets and said things about you that weren't true. So you had to go through a lot, you know, and it hurt deeply, and you're still healing from it all. But it just goes to show you how evil some people can be, man. They're soulless. They don't care. But let you get $1 million though, they care then. All of a sudden they'll be beating your door down, right? But you remember everything, and you haven't forgotten. Now it's your time to shine. You know? Now it's your time. It's your elevation season, and they can't do nothing about it. And you doing big things on your own platform or whatever you're doing without them. You figured out how to do everything with no one else but the Most High, your guardian angels, and those who was looking out for you. That's all that was ever with you. That's all that you know now is your real friends that really love you. And if you had 1 or 2 people who stuck by your side through it all, then that's your real ones. That's your main ones. That's the ones who you know, you have to show appreciation towards. Don't ever forget that. If you had one person who stuck with you through it all, don't ever forget that person. That's your main one right there. For me, it's my mom. You know? But the chosen ones, we've all had a very hard life, man. Our lives has not been like most other people. But we know the reason why. It's because of him, because of his name. We lost it all, man. We lost it all in this world. But we didn't lose our soul, man. But now they're the joke. All of those who tried to play us, who tried to set us up, who tried to destroy us, and who thought it was funny and laughed at us and mocked us when we went through the worst pain. They never listened to us when we tried to tell them the truth. They took us for granted. We were their blessings, and they threw them away. Threw them in the dirt. Traded their blessings for a dirty rock. Traded the diamond that we were for a dirty stone. And you know that access is officially denied now. They'll never be able to come back into your life. And if they do, and if they try to come with their apologies or anything, you already know it's going to be fake. But you'll probably never ever get an apology from most of them. Because some people just think that they have to be right all the time. And they thought they was right about you, but they didn't know nothing about you. And only God can judge you. Not them. That's what they was trying to do, was trying to play judge and jury over your life. Thinking you deserved everything that was happening to you. Little did they even understand, they didn't even know you was being persecuted. You know, you was being persecuted for your faith, man, for your belief, for the truth, for the light that you stand for. The way they look at it, though, like you're being punished. And it's good for you, that you deserve it. So they took pleasure in it. They took pleasure in your pain. And it was really, really the most evil, terrible thing you had to go through. But you learned valuable lessons about this. You learned valuable lessons from all of this, you know? You did. Now you know what you have to do. Now you know you have to go through whatever you have to go through alone. You have to face whatever you have to face. And you have to keep doing what you're doing. Making your moves. Leveling up in silence. Not letting them know anything. And the results are coming, man. Your results are already showing. Your results are already there. That's what proved all of them false. That's where the proof is who you really are, not who they made you out to be, not who they tried to make you out to be. You know who you are. The Most High knows who you are, and that's all that matters, man. So now you're doing big things, better things. And you're going to be better than you ever were before, the best version of yourself now. And that's going to drive them, and that's driving them totally insane. And they'll live to regret it for the rest of their miserable lives. Because that's all they were. That's all they ever were miserable people. They could never be happy for you. They could never appreciate your value or your worth. So now you're going to give your value and worth and share it with others. And you're going to share all the lessons you learned with others to help others who have gone through similar things and who are dealing with similar battles in their life. And that's what this channel is all about, man. That's what this is all for. It's for others who have experienced the same kind of thing. And those of you who may be chosen or who have been victims of jealousy, envy, and hatred. And just victims of all types of evil and hatred. And survived and lived to tell about it. I'm here for each and every one of you who's still going through the struggle, man. Who's still in your own personal struggles, battles, and hardships. As I currently still am. And still don't know a lot of the things I need the answers to right now, but I'm still just moving forward anyway, regardless. And it's been a long road, man. You know, it's been a long journey. This whole process, man. Everything that I've gone through. It really has. And it's taken a heavy toll on my life. But they don't care about that. And they don't care about you. They don't care about what they put you through. They don't care about none of that. Like I said, they don't have no soul. But you don't need them no more. And you never will need them again. You know why you're here, you know what your purpose is, and you know what you're going to do. You're not going to stop what you came to do for any of them. You're still who you are. You still have your talents, your gifts, and they belong to you. You didn't give them away to the devil. And you're going to use those. And you're going to keep encouraging the other chosen ones. those are the ones who you can relate to most, because they've been through the fire and came out and survived. So anyway, I hope this helped you all today. You know, as always, man, peace, love, light, blessings to you all. You know, out here just connected to nature today, man. At this park, man. Just moving around out here, man. You know, I got into day 33 today of the burpees training session. So moving right along with that. Moving towards 60 days next. Got the basketball shots in. Larry Bird on them today. 3-point range improving a lot. Every day getting a little bit better, man. Getting a little bit better, a little bit better. And we know who we are now, right, chosen ones? And we know who they are too, behind us. We left behind us. We're leaving them all behind in the dust. They can't go where we going. So anyway, you know, if you just came over here to my channel, man, everything we do over here is positive vibrations, man. You know, we do everything just uplifting, encouraging videos. Motivational. Motivate. That's what we do. We motivate one another over here. And we spread love, light, peace, and all the kinds of things like that. Not everybody can see these types of videos because they're not on the type of vibration we are over here. So if you found my channel, you're probably on that vibrational level. You're on that frequency. You're on a winner's mindset frequency. And you're on the type that will never give up type of frequency. You're on that type of frequency. You're high vibrational, and you're not like the rest. So God probably led you here if you found my channel. So if God put it on your heart, you know, go ahead and click that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you'll be notified every time when I create new content. You know, and I appreciate each and every one of you who've already been with me, my day ones, everyone who leaves positive feedback in the comment sections, everyone who helps motivate me, encourage me through this journey, because, you know, it's only getting better every day. With each other, we help one another. And that's what it's all about, man. That's all it's about every day. So I'm going to catch y'all all on the next one, all right, man? So till the next one, peace. I'm out.